My 33 female husband, 35 male, invites me to events then tries to gently uninvite me. We've been together for 7 years. Hey everyone, this is my first time posting, so please let me know if you need more information or I missed something. I'll try to be as clear as possible. My husband has a really annoying habit of disinviting me to things gently. He will mention an event that is coming up and say we should go, but as soon as other people are invited he tries to almost plant the idea in my head that I should do something else or stay home. An example of this: a band came to our city a few months ago that I wanted to see. We both fans, as well as some of our other friends. He mentioned it and I was visibly and vocally excited to go to this event. A week before the event he mentioned how a bunch of his guy friends are also coming. Cue his favorite line, "You don't have to come if you don't want to." It bothers me, because I am clearly excited to go and have already agreed to it. If I didn't want to go, I would stay home as I have done on other occasions. He will also do this when friends come to town to visit. He will mention it to me, say we should get food with them, and say that I'm welcome to join. Then a day or two before, "You can stay home if you want. Relax and chill on the couch." It's just so out of the blue and not at all in line with how I've been acting towards the event. I haven't seen some of our friends in over 6 months because every time he does this, it feels like a soft way of telling me not to come and he only wants it to be them. He only does this with male friends. I am starting to get really annoyed by it. I've tried to tell him that when he does that it makes me feel like he's uninviting me. He says he's not and he wants me there, but only if you want to. I don't want you to feel obligated or bored. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not like I'm being asked to go to some boring lecture or an event I would not like. It's things like music shows and seeing friends I get along with. I've had some of his friends message me other times and ask why I didn't come. The only person who seems to be questioning if I should be at dinners or shows is my husband. He has his own time with friends and many dinners I'm not invited to, so I don't think it's an issue of just wanting his own time. We're married and eventually my friends have become our friends collectively. I consider some of his friends to also be my friends. Lately I have not wanted to argue with him, so I just say, okay, and stay home when he does this. I'm obviously irritated, but it's better than going somewhere where I'm not actually wanted. I need a better way to approach this with him and could use advice. He gets very defensive when I've brought up how it makes me feel before. Any advice on how to approach is appreciated. Too long did not read. My husband will mention an event or friend coming to town as something we should experience together, then gently try to get me to change my mind by saying things like, "You don't have to come," or, "If you'd rather stay home I get that," instead of encouraging things like, "I can't wait for us to see X band, friend tomorrow." I have tried to talk to him about how he comes off when he says these things, but he just gets upset. Just tell him explicitly the first time he asks whether you are going or not to the next event he mentions. "Thanks for the invite, husband. I will definitely be going to that dinner with our mutual friends. No need to ask me about it again. Look, I am putting it on my calendar." Then the morning of the event, first words out of your mouth should be, "I am so excited for tonight's dinner." If he tries the same thing you have described in your post at that point, you will know he is uninviting you and then you can decide your next move. My boyfriend and I say the exact same things to each other. Me to him about my family or friends and him to me about his. We're both people pleasers and are worried the other one doesn't actually want to do something they originally said they wanted to do. He even told me the other night that he thinks by the way I act that I don't like whatever we're doing, but that he's realizing over time that I just take more time to warm up. He still gives me an out though, and vice versa. Sometimes we take it, sometimes we don't. I wouldn't take it personally unless he really starts trying to convince you to stay home in more pressing or odd ways. How does he act when he gives you an out and you go anyway? If he acts fine, then there's really nothing more behind his actions. I feel everyone is giving Op's husband too much of a benefit of doubt. Op, I think your gut is right in feeling unwelcome. Your husband makes plans when he thinks it's just going to be you two, but when he gets additional guests, he would actually prefer you to stay home. His response about not stopping asking you clearly shows it. He likes the ability to keep you home at least half the time when you cave and say okay. Stand firm and go every time from now. And watch his chosen tactic of asking if you really want to go, to make you stay home, change. Do update us when this happens. I would just tell him, if I change my mind you will be the first to know. Did you go to the concert, Op? Is there a chance you're misinterpreting this? Because he's just offering you an out, If you don't want to take the out, then just go. If he doesn't want you to go, then he needs to say that and have that conversation. How does he get upset when you bring this up? Like, what's his response? FWIW, I think this is weird behavior on his part. If you want to go, go. Be decisive. Who the F cares if he doesn't want you there? Go. Have fun, and if he gives you that weird passive bullshit, tell him, I'm going, that's the of the story, and nip that wishy-washiness in the bud. Just go if you want to go.